How to become a successful woman in business. Did you just happen to be born a female? Or were you unlucky enough to be born a male? LOL, just kidding. Obviously, being a woman in business is seen as a really big barrier, and being a man is seen as some type of asset. Well, I'm gonna tell you the secrets on how to navigate and become a very successful female businesswoman without acting like a man. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
One, I'm gonna share with you my easy step-by-step process on building a business from scratch and turning it into a $1 million brand. I'm gonna share with you my biggest truth about being a woman, being a mom, and being a millionaire entrepreneur. And last but not least, I'm gonna share with you the biggest secret that I learned from a male student about being a female entrepreneur. So first, let me start off by telling you that all of my videos nowadays are audience requested. And I have gotten so many requests to make this video from so many of my male and female viewers. So here we go. I am going there in this video. And I have to start by going really vulnerable. Let's start off when I was a kid. My mother used to literally tell me that I was born with 2 strikes. 1, I was a female, and 2, I was black. And so that in the world, I had these 2 strikes against me when I set myself out into the world to become something different. And for a really long time, I believed that. And I worked and lived in that thought that I was born with 2 strikes and I only had 1 at bat because, 3 strikes and you're out. So if I was born with 2 strikes, I really didn't have the same opportunity that other people had to be successful. And quite frankly, it made me stronger. For some people, it can make you weaker. You know what I mean? If someone tells you you have 2 strikes and you only have 3, most people are like, why even bother? I shouldn't even try because I'm not gonna have the same opportunities or resources or tools that these other people, these white males may have, for example, and me as a black female, I'm not gonna be able to do as well. But that thinking is very flawed. You should, in fact, use that as a strength. So first, let me tell you, I do not agree with what my mom said. I love my mom dearly, but I was not born with 2 strikes. In fact, being a woman and being a black female has helped me in so many ways that other people couldn't even imagine. However, there have been some obstacles. People see me as one thing. They have their prejudices, their stereotypes, their judgments, whatever. But know that you can use those type of sayings. If people have said that to you, like me, that you were born with 2 strikes, or you're probably not gonna make it, or you grew up in poverty, or you don't have this and you don't have that, you can do one of 2 things with it. You can use it as a thing that strengthens you, and you're like, okay, that means I gotta be better than everybody else, because that's how I took it, because I only get 1 at bat. You know, my mom said I had 2 strikes, so I only get 1 time to knock it out of the park. That's how I took it. That's the way you should take it. Most people don't. They take it the wrong way, and they take it like, why bother? But I am telling you, if you want to be a successful anything, you can do it. You're not born with any strikes, but if anybody has told you anything negative, use it against them. Don't use it against yourself. So step 1 to becoming a successful woman in business, get rid of that old thinking. Literally, if you want to be a successful woman in business, you have to forget all of these norms that people have told you. Forget about these stereotypes. Women are emotional, or women have to take care of the kids, or people won't respect you as a woman. Forget all of that thinking. None of it is true. You can be, have, or do anything that you want, and there is no one out there trying to stop you, okay? You must get rid of that thinking. And for some of us, it could be people that have told us these negative things for a long time, and so it's gonna take work in order to get rid of that thinking, but that is the work that you need to do. That is where I started, and that is why I am successful. I spent a lot of time doing what we call inner work, where I was working on this inner stuff inside my head, people telling me that I'm black, or I'm Jamaican, or I'm this, or I don't have that, and I don't have that, and this is the reasons why I can't do these things. I had to get rid of that thinking, and I had to work on myself. I had to say my affirmations and start doing my journaling and go to different seminars and yoga and meditation and walking on hot rocks and coals and fire. I did a lot of stuff, okay? The person that you are looking at today, I've done a lot of stuff to get rid of all of those negative things that were inside of me, old programming that I needed to get rid of, and you can get rid of it too. That thinking is so wrong. That thinking that you are not enough, you don't have what you need more money, or you need more connections, or you need more education. None of that is true. In fact, that was probably the biggest mistake that I made. Instead of working on my business and becoming the millionaire entrepreneur that you see today, I was wasting my time getting certifications and extra degrees and going back to school and doing all of these different things that just really did not help me make more money. Yeah, it was fine. I got, promotions at my job, but I was never going to become a millionaire by getting more degrees. I'm sorry, I just wasn't. Climbing the corporate ladder would have taken me 10 times the amount of time that it took me to make millions in my business. I literally was able to go from making $200 and something thousand a year to $1 million a year in 1 year. That is unheard of in most people's businesses, but in your own business, the sky is the limit, and it's very possible. So step one, get rid of that old bad thinking, all of those negative thoughts. Know that you are worthy, you deserve it, you are enough. Step two, start a business like a man. Yeah, I know. I was going to tell you how to do this as a woman, but the important thing is that you are going to do things the way they've always been done. You are going to start a business, meaning you are going to name your business, get an LLC or an S Corp or a C Corp. You're going to register it with the Secretary of State. You're going to get an EIN, an employer identification number. You're going to get a website. You're going to get business cards. You are going to build a business just the way men do, okay? So this is when you do follow what men do. No, you don't have to name your business, become a plumber or electrician or something that men do. You can do whatever that you want to do. I have women that have event planning businesses, and I also have women that have investment companies and run real estate funds like me. This is not about you have to be an interior decorator or you have to put flowers on things. If that's what you enjoy doing as a woman, absolutely do it, and you can make money, and know that you can make just as much money as someone that does investment banking or someone that flips houses or someone that builds bridges, okay? There is money to be made in whatever it is that you want to do. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it one more time. I literally know people that have made millions of dollars selling rocks, okay? Literally rocks, okay? So this is not about what you're selling. It's about how you're selling it. If you're making offers, if you're treating it like a real business. And this is when you will become like a man as a successful entrepreneur. You will conduct your business how other people conduct their businesses, okay? You will have a website. You will be professional. You will answer your phone. You will have a greeting. You will run your business the same way that everybody else does, not like a woman, all right? Okay, let's get to that next thing because this is getting good. The next step, you are going to market your business. You are going to market, meaning you are going to advertise. You're going to tell people what it is that you do. You're going to tell people about your products, your services. You are going to shamelessly sell yourself. You are not going to be some shy little butterfly who doesn't tell people what they do or does not ask for money or doesn't offer your services. Oh no, baby. You are going to market your business. This is how you become a successful woman in business. Whether you do hair, nails, photography, videography, I don't care what it is that you do, you need to market yourself. You need to let people know what you do. Your customers should know. Anybody that comes across you should know what you do. Okay, I know people that have businesses and they're afraid to tell people because of what people might say, or they have a job and they have this business on the side, so they don't want to tell people. That's ridiculous. If that's the case, then you're just going to have that job forever. But if you truly want to have your own business that you are successful in and that makes money, then everyone should know about it. Your mama, your dog, the mailman, everybody should know about your business because you market yourself and you market your business. This is important. This is important to anybody's business, and you don't care about what negative thing anyone has to say about you. You have a great business. You are worthy. You deserve it. So go and tell the world about your product or your service. And last but not least, you are going to stop asking for permission. Stop asking for permission. You do not care what anyone thinks. Anyone. I mean, you don't care what your mother thinks about your business. You don't care what your husband thinks about. You don't care what your boyfriend thinks. You don't care what anyone thinks about what it is that you want to do in your product or your service. I don't care. I literally met a woman who does a podcast on being a sugar baby, okay? She literally dates rich men and they pay her lots of money. And there's lots of young girls that want to learn how to find men like this. How do I find a rich boyfriend? How do I get him to pay for my tuition? Look, no judgments. If that's what she wants to do in her business, she is making a lot of money and there's an audience for that, okay? There are tons of people that want her products and her services, no matter what anyone thinks about sugar babies and sugar daddies, okay? So this is not about other people's judgment. It's about you. So stop asking their permission. Hey, do you think this is a good idea? Hey, do you think that? Hey, who cares? Who cares what they think? You don't care what they think. Imagine if I would have cared what people thought of me as I was becoming a real estate entrepreneur, as I was quitting a VP job at a mortgage company. Imagine if I was listening to what other people had to say. You would not see the person that you see today. Imagine if I listened to what people said about YouTube. Oh, it's silly, it's stupid. No, it's not. It's a multi-million-dollar business for me, and it's a great lead generation for my business. This was the best thing that I ever did, and I had to stop caring what other people thought. I had to stop asking for permission. Even my husband, okay, whom I love dearly, who is very supportive of me. There were things sometimes where he would roll his eyes or snicker his teeth with ideas that I had, and I had to just ignore that. Forget it. It doesn't mean anything. What he thinks has nothing to do with the success of my business. Nothing. What people think really has no bearing on your success. So stop asking for permission. Go for your own ideas. Grow in your business. Get more sales, more customers, more things. You can do more. You were meant for more. So go be it. So if you want an entire lesson on how to invest in real estate absolutely free, I have that just for you. Go to noellsfreetraining.com. Again, that's Noelle, Noelle with an S, noellsfreetraining.com. I will teach you my exact formula for investing in real estate without losing money. This is what I did when I was broke, bankrupt, in my parents' basement with no money. This is how I got out of that basement and into the multimillionaire status that you see today. And again, this training was a little bit too long to put on YouTube or on a podcast, but it is absolutely free at noellsfreetraining.com. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.